Hey there, people. How's everybody doing today? I'm on my way home from work, and I've just kind of been in my own little reality for most of the day, cutting and sanding windowsills and trim, and I do a lot of thinking at work and when I'm on my way home and to work, and I often have these ideas that I want to share, but I never end up really putting into words. There's something I wanted to talk about the other day, and it kind of reminded myself towards the end of today that, I thought about how easy it is for people to use victim status as almost something to celebrate. Now, hear me out. I'm not talking about the modern version of victim culture or people. This has nothing to do with really your race or gender or anything like that. I'm talking about poor me attitude. It goes along with a sense of entitlement that a lot of people have. And what I mean by entitlement isn't necessarily that a person thinks that they are entitled to special treatment by other people, but rather that they are entitled to live a better life than they really do. So in other words, the poor me attitude often stems from a person who wishes they were somewhere else in life or had a different situation, but sometimes it's like, oh no, I stubbed my toe. I'm going to have a bad day now. Or I spilled my coffee, right? The 1,000,001 things that could happen to us at any time. And we choose whether or not we let those things get to us, whether or not we let them bother us. We choose whether or not we let some small slight that happens to us cause us to frown and have a bad day, or if we just get over it and move on. And I thought about all the problems that I have in my life today, like in the sense that how can I show up to work and just be happy and have a joyful attitude all day? Even when I'm sitting here in traffic waiting for this idiot to turn left, sure, it's annoying, but what can you do? I would say the only time I probably play the victim is when I have to drive. That's a joke, of course. We all got to drive, but it's the only time I really get frustrated. But I get over it pretty damn quickly, I'll tell you that. It's so anyway, so many people seem to have this idea that the more problems we have in our life, rather than that being something to work on, to improve, or to keep to ourselves, we will often tell the whole world about it. In other words, oh, you won't believe what happened to me the other day, or somebody tells their story, and you're like, oh, this is so much worse, this happened to me. It's almost like competitive victimhood, right? And I think that's because when we play the victim status, play that role, it takes some of the heat off of us for other things. So let's say that we know that we're in the wrong, or maybe not the wrong, I guess I can't really think of an instant situation, but if we know somebody's going to be mad at us about something that we promised or didn't do or whatever, and so people put up kind of this attitude that, oh no, well, this happened to me, and this happened to me, and it's been a bad day, and it's just been a bad week or a bad year. I guess I couldn't really explain it. Not very good at explaining things when I really want to. Surprise, surprise. I guess to sum it up and to get to the point here, I think it's crucial that we don't allow ourselves to have bad days, that we don't allow ourselves to believe that these things that happen to us compound up and that we're the only ones. Like we're unique because bad things happen to us, because we have health issues. Hell, I've got bad teeth. I can't even eat half the things I want to eat. I don't complain about it all the time. It's like I've had sciatic pain for a long time. Fortunately, not in a while. There's no sense in complaining about it. There's no sense in using it as some sort of a way to gain leverage over either others or yourself, your own psyche. And I think often we use, on a final note here, these victim mentalities often as a way to stagnate. A great example off the top of my head would be, well, I live in a poor state, so I'll never make anything of myself. Or, well, my parents raised me this way, so therefore, it's all bullshit. Every single thing we tell ourselves when it comes to this is what happened in the past, therefore I can't do this or this, is bullshit. Because most of the time, anyhow. I mean, obviously, if you've got your legs cut off in the past, you can't be a professional runner. But then again, some people do it. They get, fake legs and they run, and hell, they win. If you're really determined to do something, you can do it, regardless of what our excuses might be to not do it. And I'm saying this to myself as well. I'm not giving you a pep talk like, go get 'em. I know how hard it is to really feel motivated in life and to take initiative and action and do the things that we really want to do. But I don't know. We're the only ones to blame when most of the time when we don't succeed at the things that we really want to succeed with. And I think victimhood can hold us back from that. So choose not to be a victim. Embrace your life. Do the best you can. This is the mighty Columbia River, west of the gorge. I'm west of the gorge. And there's the bridge over there. That's called the Glenn Jackson Bridge. That's the Interstate 205 freeway, way in the distance there. And from here, I can tell that it's clear, which is phenomenal because I really don't like sitting in traffic. You just never know how it's going to be. This is the biggest river west of the Mississippi, and it drains right out into the mighty Pacific Ocean. So just thought I'd share a little view. Peace out. Be well, friends. And don't be a victim.